And there was something about this experience that brought you to this understanding of yourself, is what it feels like. Whatever this experience was, elevated you to this place and to this place. Got you in touch with your inner wisdom. Like, oh shit, I'm strong. I'm stronger than I thought. And it's a beautiful, soft strength. It's grounded, it's mature, it's feminine. Taurus, welcome to your general tarot reading for January 2021. Thanks so much for joining me here. My name's Amanda. I'm at Lunasync Tarot. If you're coming here for the first time, thank you so much for showing up. I do love readings and general tarot readings for each sign for each month. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel by subscribing. And thank you for your likes. Your likes have a lot of power. They really allow the video to circulate amongst others. So if you find that this reading resonates with you, hit that like button. All right, so I am going to give this one last shuffle. I've been shuffling your cards, meditating on your sign off camera. Going to cut the deck 3 ways and sync up. If you're interested in a personal tarot reading, I'm doing those now. The link is below in the description box. So, in the position of your heart, we have the crone. Ooh, dang. So the crone is also the hermit in the traditional deck. The hermit is powerful. It's going within to find the answers. It's your inner teacher, your inner guide, your higher self. It's a time of solitude. It's a time of connecting with, like I said, your higher self, and really using that information to guide your way. It could also be connecting with a teacher outside of yourself that embodies those qualities of wisdom, having had lots of experience, typically more mature. This is in the position of your heart and also in the position of the present moment. In the position of what you think about it all. Ooh, dang, we have the moon. These two cards complement each other quite well. In this deck, which is the Mother Peace deck, the moon symbolizes a time of coming face to face with your fears, going inside of the labyrinth. You see the labyrinth here? Weaving your way through the labyrinth of your subconscious fears, essentially anxieties, concerns, like all of those emotions that are darker, the shadow aspect of yourself, really weaving your way through the labyrinthine of all of those darker emotions, those more difficult, more hidden emotions, and coming out on the other side. And it can feel like a dark night of the soul. It can feel like very confusing because, often it feels like a dream. It feels like a nightmare. So, you know how at night you'll have dreams and you're like, what the heck is going on? You have all these like phantasmagora, like confusing symbols, like people show up in places you wouldn't expect them, or you're inside of a structure, a place that doesn't make sense. It feels that way. Kind of confusing, but at the same time, you're working your way through it and you're working your way out of it. And you're really starting to bring some of those shadow aspects to the light, to the surface, where they can dissolve under the light of your consciousness, essentially. So this is what you think about it. It does feel like a process that you're engaged in, and you're consciously engaged in, even though you're dealing with some more subconscious feelings, subconscious realities. So, wow, already pretty intense right out the gates here, Taurus. In the position of your body or your foundation, we have the Two of Swords, really trying to maintain your balance, your mental balance, your mental clarity. A lot of power available to you right now at this moment. This is in your foundation. Equilibrium. Able to maintain this, look how challenging this posture actually is. She's weaving, we shouldn't neglect the fact that she's weaving a infinity symbol. So universal consciousness, universal power available to you right now, while holding her leg up in the stork pose. So perfect balance. And this is in your foundation. This is the foundation of the work that you're doing. In the past, we have the Seven of Wands. You had to stand up for something that you believed in and speak truth to power. Look at how she's speaking. She's breathing fire. And she's standing up. Amidst conflict and challenge. People are challenging her. Some people are like just watching the scene. Some people are, kind of standing up and really challenging her position. Other people are just yelling on the sidelines, and she's having to hold her ground. So there could have been something in your past, your recent past for you, some scenario, some situation where you really had to stand up and be like, no, listen, right? So it's like asserting your power, asserting your truth. Drawing a boundary, very clear and strong boundary. This is a person who's also in a position of leadership and authority, and she's having to say, this is why I'm in this position. She's having to assert her leadership. In the future, we have the Daughter of Swords. Wow. This is using the power of your mind to draw in a new identity, essentially, a new reality. This is manifesting like forward movement. Strong, powerful forward movement. The daughter is learning how to use her skills. She's kind of the page in the traditional deck. She's learning how to use her thoughts, her belief system, the power of her mind to move something forward swiftly. She can be a little impulsive, a little rash. Patience is not a virtue of the Daughter of Swords. Okay, that's coming in the future. All right, so let's clarify all of this. It looks like in your heart center, what we have is, well, we have the Hermit, which is at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Crone / the Hermit. This is a time of solitude. It's a time of going within, finding the answers, and really getting connected with that inner strength. Inner wisdom, inner strength. I feel like it's been a process. It's been nightmarish. It's been, what am I doing here? That's so funny. I picked up this deck here, which is the Osho Zen deck. It was on top of another deck, and the Hermit was the one that came out from the other deck that I'm not actually using. So I'm going to put that back. This has been sort of like something that you've actively, consciously engaged in, this process of really facing your fears. Whatever happened in the past, this conflict that you've had to assert your leadership, you've had to assert your truth, you've had to speak truth to power, I think put you in this mode of like going within, facing your fears. What's this, what was this situation in the past about? The Seven of Wands. Let's learn more information about that. For Taurus, January 2021. What's this? Receptivity. I'm going to keep pulling. Receptivity is quite the opposite of the Seven of Wands, which is assertion. So if you think about the moves we make in the world, they're expansive and they're they're about expansion and retraction. Seven of Wands is an expansion energy, asserting yourself. There could have been a masterful balance of receptivity and assertion. Flowering. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is like grounded, divine, feminine maturity. You know, the flower plant at the point of flowering has reached its ultimate expression, its maturity. It's bringing you to whatever this experience was in the past. I'm going to say it was like it taught you about how to assert and receive, like that balance between personal assertion and then how important it is to be receptive. So you think about communication, which is happening here. Body language is a form of communication. Obviously, verbally we communicate. And when you think about communication, so much of communication is your ability to listen, actively listen. Another part of communication is self-expression, expressing what you think, expressing how you feel. These are like the flip side of the coin. And there was something about this experience that brought you to this understanding of yourself, is what it feels like. You feel like, it feels like to me like an elevation. Whatever this experience was, elevated you to this place and to this place, got you in touch with your inner wisdom. Like, oh shit, I'm strong. I'm stronger than I thought. And it's a beautiful, soft strength. It's grounded, it's mature, it's feminine. It's a beautiful balance between receptivity and assertion, really being able to speak your truth and also to hear what others have to say. It's gorgeous. What is this moon about in the way that you think about it all, in the position of your mind? There's a suspension here, like something has been suspended in order for you to do this work, whether it be belief systems. She's almost in a trance. Look at this. To do this work, to undergo this maze of subconscious fears. Yeah, it's about rebirth, honey. I love that these are in the position of the mind. It means that you're aware of it, that you are moving from one phase of development, as you can see in this picture. The camel, the lion is emerging out of the camel. The camel is the unconscious. See all the clouds that are floating around the camel? Just sort of unconsciousness. The lion is the ego emerging out of the camel, the active I am, right? That assertion of the ego. And then the child is the spiritual consciousness emerging out of the lion. So there's some sort of elevation here, some sort of rebirth happening here, an ending and a new beginning, an individuation even. Something's coming out of the void of this moon energy, this process of you weaving through the labyrinthine of your demons, your fears, facing your fears, your anxieties. Something's coming out of that void, and it's a new you. Essentially, it's a new you. The Daughter of Swords is about calling in a new identity. Let's clarify the Daughter of Swords. What is this Daughter of Swords about in the future for Taurus? Taurus, this is deep work. Something happened in the past to trigger all of this. It was a difficult communication. It was standing up for yourself. Amidst great adversity. People were challenging you, or you were challenged in some way. And you rose to the challenge. That's the beautiful thing. And you realized, holy shit, I am strong. I am soft. I am receptive. I am assertive. I can speak truth to power, and I can maintain all of those qualities in the face of great adversity. And it just deepened your maturity. It deepened your groundedness. It deepened all those qualities I described. And it put you face to face with your wisdom, your great wisdom, which it's always yours. It's always yours. It only continues to deepen from here. It never goes away. It's ephemeral, but it belongs to you forever. I hold that up because of the infinity symbol. Wow. Okay. So we wanted to clarify the Daughter of Swords. We have control. Wow. This is reminding me of the chariot in the traditional deck. Let's keep going. I don't see this as a bad thing. In fact, look at the very similar colors happening here in these two cards. There are clouds in each card. It looks like there's a lot of movement in the line of the control card, but a lot of movement in the Daughter of Swords as well. Different lines. This card has straight, hard lines. This one has, wavy, swoopy, airy lines. Even the faces on the figures are very similar. There's something about this control that needs to be measured, and there needs to be an awareness around this control, because control can go both ways. Control can end up in rigid manifestation, so rigidity, manipulation. Control can lock you down in ways that make you non-receptive. But also, because of all of the surrounding cards, this control card really makes me feel like it's brought you to a new place of like your skills have leveled up at the same time. You have control over your skills. You have control over your emotions. You have more control than you ever have had before. Wow. Okay. So, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. She's bringing in, the Daughter of Swords is bringing in change. She's like, it's time for change. And she's actively engaged in this process of bringing this in. Almost like, like it's just manifestational magician energy. Bringing this wheel of change in. The Wheel of Fortune is a portal into another reality. Whoa, okay. That's cool. Cuckoo. I like that. What else do we need to talk about here? I want to learn a little bit more about this new reality. This is going to fall over. I've yet to put that on the wall. I want to find a frame for it. What is this new reality for Taurus? Qualities of this new reality. It looks like it could be a new belief system, a new way of thinking about the world, a new way of thinking about yourself. The Daughter of Swords specifically draws in a new identity. It's like calling in her name, her new name. Ooh, okay. Wow, we have so much Swords energy in this reading. We have the Ten of Swords, which is the rebirth. This is Ten of Swords in the traditional deck. It's like a final ending, right? We have Control, which is of the Suit of Swords as well. And then we have the Daughter of Swords. And then we have the Two of Swords. Heavy swords energy, which really causes me to believe that this has to do with your belief system. The ideas that you think, the ideas that you have, particularly around your identity and how you perceive yourself. You are elevating for sure. You have elevated, you continue to elevate. You've actively engaged in this process or actively engaging in this process currently. And in the future, you're calling in a new name, a new identity. You have control in a way that you've never had before. And the Queen of Swords is all about decisive decisions. Look at her. So the Daughter of Swords is calling in the Queen of Swords. Interesting. It's like you're moving from the Daughter of Swords to the Queen of Swords. Whatever skills you were testing out, they are now solidifying as you now have the experience behind testing those skills for them to solidify into the Queen of Swords energy. There's a new level of control around your abilities and your skills and your talents that you hadn't had before. And this is a big change. Big transformation, big change. Queen of Swords. There's a butterfly behind the Queen of Swords, which is a symbol of transformation. You see that behind her head, embedded in her throne, is a butterfly. Wow. Big transformation afoot for you here, Taurus. Let's pull a crystal card. I want to pull them all. Let's pull a crystal card, a goddess card, because I want to see who's on your side, who's aiding and abetting this transformation. And we'll also pull a medicine card. So, card of guidance, crystal card of guidance for you, Taurus, as you weave your way through this gorgeous, powerful transformation. Quantum Quattro. Look at this. Okay, let's read about that. Quantum Quattro. 12. It's a number 12. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is a number of collaboration, harmony, creativity. Okay. All right. So, Quantum Quattro has amazing healing power and a dramatic effect on physical vitality. It brings about an energetic shift and integration. Sweet. Self-understanding is you are an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden deep within. Find the gift hidden deep within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependence and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw on. Karmic aspects need healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems, so dig deep and see all sides. The power of the whole is much greater than its component parts. Once you have all the information, you are invincible and evolve rapidly. Wow. Recognizing that you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior enhances your own well-being. The chakra is energizes all. The frequency is high. The timing is Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. The soul path is holistic healing for the soul. Fascinating. So whatever it was here back in this past, this challenge, it could have been related to a love relationship, a love situation where you had to stand up and speak your truth. And also were able to remain receptive to what the other person was saying, seeing all facets, all sides of the story in order to forgive and heal. And it brought you to this new level of understanding and maturity where it comes to like healing karmic ties, healing codependent tendencies. Yeah, there's a message here of releasing and letting go and integration and transformation, personal transformation. But we knew that. So let's see. Let's pull a goddess card. Which goddess is supporting you right now in this process of transformation? You know, it hasn't been all pretty. The moon is a difficult reality. It's a different card difficult card to get where it comes to your emotions and working through difficult emotions. So it really does indicate, you know, like going to the dark side, doing that shadow work. When you come out of the labyrinth, you're a different person. When you come out of this work, you're a different person. We have rebirth here. Ten of Swords. A final ending, a final closure. Goddess card for Taurus. Card of guidance and advice. Ooh, whoops. Guiding children. Damara. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. You might have children. You might have a child that was affected, that will be affected by this transformation, this personal transformation. This could be about inner children, inner child. Let's see, let's get the book here, Damara. Healing your inner child. One can be gentle and a fierce protector simultaneously. Oh my God, this is so perfect. Beautiful. Fierce protector and gentle. Assertive and receptive simultaneously. That's this lady here. Damara. My vigilant focus on keeping harmony within households stems from my desire for children to maintain their youthful awe and sense of wonder. How else will we assure that they'll see and speak with the fairies? How else will we foster the continuation of children's healing laughter? Join with me in guiding the children, and you'll see your own imagination sparked by these amazing young beings. Your own enthusiasm and youthful spirit attracts the children's respect and attention. I'll lead you toward young people who can benefit from your help. So it could have been that for some of you, this challenge in the past that brought about this great personal transformation had to do with protecting the children in your home. It could have even been like, for some of you, protecting your home as a safe space for your own inner child. All right. Now let's pull a medicine card for you and get deeper into this. Card of advice for Taurus, please, as they navigate January. Yeah, I mean, honey, you were coming out freaking fierce on the end of this, like in the future position. Queen of Swords, control. Look at the fierceness. There does seem to be sort of a warning about this as well. Like, don't get so rigid in your... Because it does look like you've gone through something here. And sometimes when we go through something really painful, we have a tendency to lock down and become very boundaried, very rigid, very... She's extremely decisive. She'll cut you too. And so there's a warning here about rigidity somehow. But again, you might be called to create the same type of balance with different energies. Expansion, retraction, receptivity, assertion, right? But right now in the future, you're focused on manifesting this change. Oop, that card just went away. It was the Queen of Swords. There's something about the Queen of Swords energy that's going to help you. And the Daughter of Swords. It's like the Daughter of Swords is manifesting this, but she's turning into a Queen of Swords once this change occurs. Okay, we got Beaver in reverse. This is interesting. These cards don't come out in the reverse very often for me, so let's read about Beaver in reverse. Builder. If Beaver has dunked its head underwater and is contrary, I'm going to hold it upright so you can see, but know that it's contrary. You're being asked to open new doors to opportunity and to stay aware. This could also usher in a time of laziness or apathy. I don't see that here happening for you. Find what is damming the flow and remove the impasse. The questions that may arise when Beaver is contrary are, number 1, have I forgotten to allow room in my life for new experiences? Number 2, am I willing to work with others? Number 3, am I resentful of having to work? Number 4, do I express my creativity by doing or just by dreaming about it? And number 5, has my mind created so many obstacles to productivity that I feel like a failure before I begin? Meditate upon Beaver's determination and willingness to work. Visualize the goal you wish to accomplish and be willing to work with others to achieve that end. You're being asked to open new doors to opportunity and to stay aware. Okay, so yeah, there does seem to be a word of caution here about these energies with the Queen of Swords. Like, stay open and aware to this new opportunity that is obviously on your horizon. And I do feel like it's you that's ushering this in. Like, you're manifesting this consciously. But also, be open to working with others. Remember there was the 3 here? I think it was the Quantum Quattro. And I said it was about collaboration. There is an element of collaboration here around this manifestation that needs to be acknowledged. And if you're in this type of energy, like lockdown, it's not the best energy to collaborate with. It's not the most open energy, right? So bring the balance that you were able to harness in the past when you encountered this challenge here. Bring the balance of assertion and receptivity, the qualities of that balance, into your future with you, and balance out this lockdown, controlled, rigid energy with receptivity as well. All right, Taurus. Wow, if this reading resonates with you, hit the like button. If you're interested in diving deeper into this, I'm doing personal readings. Link is below in the description box. I hope you have a beautiful January. Take good care.